I always get worried when I wake up in the morning and I see Sue sitting in the driver's seat. I'm thinking, is this the first day she's going to demand that she drive?
Fear not, my love. I can handle this.
Okay. So what she's doing is she's kind of trying to sync, so to speak, our Garmin route with her Google route.
Yeah.
And we've since made it also more complicated because now we finally have an iPad
This is the
that we
main one. I
use.
should be using this one.
So we're getting to the 20th century here.
Turn it the right way.
Yeah. Speaking of turning it the right way, I'm not going to turn the camera around because I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh my gosh, Mark. I am driving today.
Well, I'm working on, I've got this mess on the desk here that I have to put away.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. And we just finished breakfast and we got to put that away. And then Sue's over here. She's got to put her desk away. And it's like, we're a long ways away from leaving yet.
No, we're not. Not in my eyes, anyway. It's October 2020, and we're still heading from Wisconsin to California. We're doing 12 stops in 19 days, and today we're heading for the 10th stop in Tucson, Arizona. One of our stops was Lescombe Winery. It's a harvest host, and it used to be called St. Clair Winery. From there we headed up to Silver City and did some sightseeing. We then headed down to Tucson, Arizona. And this is where we stayed at the Pima County Fairgrounds. This is probably the 4th fairgrounds that we stayed at over all our travels. And we actually kind of like them. Easy for big rigs to get into, and they're located nice. So you can see on RV Trip Wizard that it took us about an hour to get from the winery to the Silver City KOA. And from the KOA, it took us about 4 hours to get to Pima County Fairgrounds near Tucson, Arizona. And here we are leaving the KOA in Silver City. And as you can see, it's a pretty nice KOA, like most of them. Well maintained, plenty of room, pretty easy to get big rigs into. The reason we went up here because we wanted to check out the Gila Catwalk. It's in the Gila National Forest. Totally awesome. Highly recommend if you're up in that area, check out the Gila Catwalk. Another thing about using RV Trip Wizard is it allows you to actually put in the height of your rig. So it helps you avoid all kinds of short bridges that you need to go under. So when we come across things like that, we're pretty much confident, no problem. But sometimes it looks like it's a little close. So we're like 12 feet 9 inches right to the top of our air conditioner. So even when we come across things like this, and RV Trip Wizard says it's okay, I still find myself kind of ducking and holding my breath. So, is there anybody else that does this too?
That's a good one for the camera.
Yeah.
Listen to that motor. Yeah.
So just like all our other long day drives, we always make sure we make some sort of stop, whether it be at a rest stop, or a fuel stop. This time it's both. Let's go behind the RV.
Yeah, I guess he's only got one change.
Turn right.
Nice rig.
Then the destination is on your right.
Country coach. Well, he's done fueling. That's a good sign. Now would be a good time. Why don't you go out and see what the DEF is filled to, because we got to check it when the engine is running.
It's halfway.
Halfway?
Yeah.
So it's halfway. Why don't you buy 2 more and it will be done.
Our 2014 Dutch Star has the DEF tank on the passenger side, but when we go into these truck stops, the DEF pump is on the driver's side. So what we usually do is go inside and buy one of their big bottles of DEF, or 2, like we are this time. Mark feels that getting it through the bottle might be cleaner than going to the pump. That might have the white residue, the crystal powder on it, that could end up in the tank and doing some contamination. Just our opinion, not sure about it, but this is how we do it. And now you're about to witness something extraordinary. Mark is about to pass other vehicles. Bam! This rarely happens. Now it's recorded. You've seen it. So here's another thing that happens when you run into construction. Our ramp is closed. So doing a quick check on Google and seeing where is the next exit, checking the roads, making sure they're safe for us to get around and back to the Pima County Fairgrounds. It's a little stressful, but we did it.
Good afternoon.
How are you? Spend a night or two?
Yeah, just one night.
Okay.
Busy place. Well, there's way more people here than I expected.
The Pima County Fair RV Park has about 350 sites, and they do have full hookup. They're also a good Sam's Park. So we saved 10% on our stay there. And I think it probably amounted to about $27 for our stay. And as you can see, there is a lot of room. Really easy for big rigs to get in here. And this is about where we are. So, yeah. So did we have reservations? And did we
They don't take reservations.
Okay. So it's just
They say we don't need to take reservations. We're too big.
Okay.
Okay, what number are we? See, like you see these numbers here. Do I go like right in the middle?
Well, yeah, you're in between them, so we're going to plug to the left for the electric. Okay. And we're just doing electric.
All right, sir.
All set.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
So as you can see, it's pretty easy to get in here with a big rig. And we're in the main section, but as we walked around that evening, there are a lot of other areas where RVs were parked. The Pima County Fair RV Park also has some great amenities, including the full hookups.
We had just arrived at the Pima County Fairgrounds in Arizona. We're not exactly in the forest here. This is a type of stop that you make when you're on your way somewhere. Sue immediately jumped out to try to capture some of the activities that's happening over in this exposition hall here. This is a giant fairgrounds that has a giant RV park, and there's no reservations required here because they have literally so many spots that you would never run out of a place to stay unless, of course, there was a fair here, in which case it would be totally different, but that's only a few times a year. So we didn't open up right away, we just jumped into action. The only thing we did was we hooked up to the pedestal, so we have 50 amps per leg, 100 amps total. We're going to basically just use the water from the tanks. We have a full hookup tomorrow, so we're not at all worried about that.
So we're at the Pima County Fairgrounds near Tucson, Arizona, and looks like they've got some competition going on here with horses. Lucky us.
So when you choose to stay at places like a fairgrounds like we're in now, you never know what you're going to end up seeing. We stayed at a fairgrounds one time where they had this giant car show, and it was actually a car auction, but it was really well attended. Probably at least 500 cars were auctioned there.
And then there was the time we stayed at the Cal Expo RV Park in Sacramento, California. It was at the State Fairgrounds, and it too, again, was pretty much a parking lot, but it was close to a bike trail, and we happened to be there right when there was a dog show going on. We're at the California Expo Center in Sacramento, and they've actually got a dog show going on. So we're just walking along the road here, touring around, and this is what we came across. Very exciting. And we also stayed at the Napa Valley Expo RV Park, which is a really nice park, but very small. You really want reservations. I think there's only 28 sites. So while we were there, there wasn't much happening, but it's a great location if you want to hit the wineries. And then there's the Wisconsin State Fair RV Park in Milwaukee, our hometown. And this is one that we've been at many times. And again, it's just like a parking lot, but it's got great full hookup and Wi-Fi, and it's centrally located, so you can get to a lot of different events going on in town. Plus, during the summer, there are a lot of things happening at the fairgrounds. One which includes the Milwaukee Myles Speedway.
This guy's the fastest here. It's number 46. He's been getting on it.
So back to the Pima County Fairgrounds. We never really found out what kind of competition this was, but we did hear there was some barrel racing inside the building. Nonetheless, it was really cool to watch. This guy's like ready to go. It's like, come on, let me loose.
So you can see that the horses, when they bring them here, they're just like humans. First thing they think of, gotta go to the bathroom and I gotta eat. So they put these bags on the outside of the horse carrier so that they can keep the horses preoccupied and chow down. It gives them a little time to, calm the horse down, I'm sure, and rub it down. And if it got a little soiled while it was in the rig, while they were driving, we don't really know what is happening here. When we get back to the rig, we're going to look up what this is. It had the word barrel in it. That's all I know. So we'll have to see what kind of contest it is. But you can see it's fairly well attended.
Oh yeah, look at those mountains in the background.
Yep, beautiful.
I hope nobody notices that Mark and I have the same shirt on today. Not planned. You can see there is plenty of room, and this is only part of it. Mark, what are you doing?
Nothing? Oh, see what you're saying.
Ooh, look at the mountains. There's nowhere to go out there, honey. It's a long road to nowhere.
I know, look at that way too. This was the way we were supposed to come from, but we had a detour, so we had to come from that way.
Widespreading area of Arizona.
Come on, this is a fun day for you. I'm going to let you do all the opening up and all the leveling with the rig for emergency training. Let's go.